So no Black Monday this week. Does that mean there's nothing to worry about? Oh, good, we will just be ripping higher. Or is there something else we need to discuss happening underneath the hood? Together, we will talk about what market is actually doing today, and also some of the stocks we've been talking about, they have absolutely performed, and what we can expect going forward. Now, of course, every day have your SPY, QQQ, the futures, and the VIX on your chart. Now, I wanted to point this out for you that on the weekly close, it wasn't all that good because this is clearly lower highs and lower lows, even though the volume is really, really good. That is telling you buyers are really relentless. They're just still buying down there at any dip, but they are not strong enough because there's still a lot of supply upwards. That's why each time we try to take out the high, we are not able to do it. Now, if you're looking at the daily, what does that tell you? We hit the high, we sold very significantly. Now, the next day, obviously, wasn't a Black Monday. We gap up, we went down a little bit, but we went back up straight. But look at this. This is very weak. Okay, look at the volume. There are more people trying to get out at this level than people who are trying to get in at this level. Um, that's not a good close. Obviously, if we can close on the high, maybe around 606, that would still be considered pretty bullish. But this is not because we're losing the high. Obviously, we found the support on the low, but this is just retail buying at this point, in my opinion. Unless we can actually, well, this was a testing on the 20 days moving average. Well, very reasonably that people would try to defend it, but what matters is what happens after we're trying to defend this 20 days moving average. Obviously, a gap up, very nice, but not strong enough. Okay, this is not a bear market. This is not corrective territory, but this is not enough gas in the tank that we're looking at today. Okay, so right now there's not a lot of read. Anything, any bad catalyst can break this trend line. Okay, anything bad can break it downwards. Anything good, we can rip it higher. This is telling you the market doesn't really know what to do right now. And at the moment, I would say in the shorter time frame, market is running out of gas. Okay, so don't be intimidated to see a little bit of dip. If we can really get down to 597 ish, uh, then that wouldn't be great. Okay, that is telling you that without any good catalyst before Nvidia earnings, this thing has more chance to go to the downside. But if that doesn't happen, then oh good, there's nothing to worry about really. Looking at the futures, that's my Leap account. Sorry about that. Looking very nice. Actually, still lower highs and lower lows, but still very strong buying, even though we're still not out of the woods, but very strong buying still. This is the middle of nowhere, guys. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know. There's not a lot of read at this point. VIX is hovering around this level. I was talking about taking out this level. It never did. Um, so I wouldn't really consider going full bullish right now, nor do I want to be bearish. This is testing your patience, okay? This is not a lot of read right now. Obviously, BX also turned. We're in the red area, but I guess if you're going to the smaller time frame, yeah, it's bad for the VIX, so it's good for the market. But we, however, cannot close the gap. We cannot take it down any lower. I think it would take some really strong catalyst to really send the VIX down at this point. Okay, and we of course been talking about Amgen. Look at this. I want to turn on this tool. Yeah, hourly we are in the selling mode, but daily we are absolutely still expanding, right? After such a run, we are in the green area. Now, this is big money coming in after they already accumulated. Now, this is big money plus some algorithm plus some retail coming into this market, shaking off some retail, shaking off more retail. Now, this is the wick that we like on this moving average as well. So this is telling you on 4 hours, the first green candle has been found. Okay, if you are thinking of adding some position in healthcare, I think this is your chance. If we can get it down lower, just right before we're trying to defend this green area, I think that would be a very nice zone to add as well. But if the market doesn't crash dramatically, I don't see this name getting down to 80 unless there's something company specific that's actually happening for engine. Otherwise, I don't see that happening. See, we closed above 200 days moving average. That's a big deal. Yeah, weekly it's just been ramping. No weakness. If we can close the week this way, consider going full on bullish, right? No profit takers, no short sellers, just all good, all nice. Yeah, too many levels. Let me remove this. Um, Obviously very nice on Qualcomm. The reason I said that was because, see, this is a very nice wick. Higher highs, even though lower lows, but we found support on this major 20 weeks moving average. Very nice close. And on the daily, right, this is clearly higher highs and higher lows. So, of course, the next day, we didn't even hit 20 days moving average. We just went up from there, right? 2 hours, I've been really using a lot of 2 hours. So, like 4 hours after market open, I would look at this from all the watch list that I'm preparing for the day because it actually is more informative than 1 hour time frame. Sometimes one hour can be like this, you know, right? What are you doing after this close? You want to buy, right? Not strong enough. Because the whales are using higher time frames. So you see this, obviously big money, some people are selling it, but more money are pouring into this name to defend it. Now we close on the green. The next 2 hours, obviously we try to go up, some miserable try to short it, but they didn't even get it down. And the most they could have done was to hit this moving average. And of course, what's followed is just weakening selling pressure, then bulls will just come back up, right? And it was actually a weaker time in the market. Okay, if you're looking at the SPY, it wasn't as good, right? Because people don't like this. They like to see a red candle, a very nice but weak red candle. Then they will decide, no one's selling here, then I'm gonna get in, right? That's very much what happened with that name over there. If you've been following along, you know that we've been very bullish on Oracle. So DeepSeek dip went up clearly higher high in the green area, and what mattered was the tariff trade. Okay, gap down, very telling. No one was willing to give up at this level. They just went in and bought everything on Oracle. Now, this is where you wanna, big money has made a move. Now you wanna be patient. You wanna see the low has been formed. So you waited, came back up, obviously found some rejection, but we're still holding. There's still buyers down here, as you can see on the wick. Very weak buying, but even weaker selling. This is where we also notify on the channel that Oracle had more chance to go to the upside than to the downside because low has been formed. Very strong reaction down here at the low. A very weak reaction up here on the high. That is telling you the demand is stronger than the supply. Now, I also talked about this. If we can take out this resistance, then this name will just rip higher. And as you can see, it has been doing exactly what we expected, right? No green candle inside. You probably don't want to do it. Now you see this very determining bulls coming back in on this market, sell and sell and sell. Look at the volume. If I guess if you've been patient enough, you want to see a retest on this moving averages. But this red, green, and red, look at this volume. This will be, even if you're very conservative, this will be where you can comfortably add some position into Oracle. And the rest, it's just been going up every day, man. And also, we wanted to talk about, look at this. This is really, really good. Whenever you have any gap up, you sell. You buy first and you sell later. You still found some buying pressure before the close. This is really, really good. And look at this volume. And what about the next one? Volume was high. Yeah, because there's more buyers. Look at the low compared to the close, right? Way more buyers. So you have to account for the buying on this volume here. And if we were to look at weekly, also very good. Wanted to take a look at Dell yesterday. Didn't get a chance to, but I don't think we are too late on this. Obviously found support on this major weekly moving average, and we broke the trend line as well. And this is very close to our market bias, right? So if you want to wait it, I wouldn't, just because yeah, that would actually make a, potentially making lower low. So I wouldn't add there. This is where I would add, just because clearly higher highs on the weekly, and I wanted to point this out for you. Obviously, this is still lower high and lower low, but look at this, two major wick, right? We obviously, my damn mouse. Break, you want to wait for a retest, still, well, weaker volume, that is. Now, this is a retest. Sellers are coming through, but not enough of them. Okay? There are still a lot of buyers waiting down there to pick up whatever dime you're selling on this name. Okay, and the next day, of course, and look at the look at this. Up, a wave, a wave, a wave. This is where you could add after breaking out the resistance and after the retest is done for that day. We are still holding the lows. This is where you come in. And obviously, everyone was worried about Black Monday. It didn't happen, but people were reluctant to add in here. That's okay, because even though you still want to wait, you can add open. If you didn't, that's cool, because look at this hourly, right? Look at the volume, right? This is big money truly coming through. And look at the selling over here. It's not just small, okay? Look at the volume. This is telling you, okay, these guys are not taking profit. This is some systematic fun, weakness in the SPY, and they're just dumping, systematically, not really targeting Dell or whatever. They just have to dump something, right, to hedge their delta or whatever. This is not profit taking. This is not short selling, nor was there any weakness in the market at the time. Then they would just pick it back up and up and up and up. Very similar to Uber. We also talked about Uber on the channel. Look at this. This is not typically where we would add, but as long as the volume is lower than previously, this is telling you not big money. It's not leaving the market. They are still just taking some profit, and they will just buy. Okay, don't expect Uber to touch this 20 hours moving average. Okay, at this point, any did no wick or with wick, whatever that is, you see a red candle, you're getting on Uber. Okay, people are just not able to be patient. Look at this, higher highs, higher lows, all-time high in the making. Okay, there's nothing to report here. Also in the expansion mode, this is huge. This is very huge. If I mean, I wouldn't discount the fact that there can be temporary weakness in the market, and that would potentially send Uber. Look at the volume; it's just been decreasing, right? And obviously, a huge standard deviation away from all the moving averages. I could add here, and if it comes down, you could add more. That's the way to play Uber at this point. All right, guys. So with that being said, very good, looking very nice in the market. I mean, this is a stock pickers market, okay? You look at these names. Obviously, you see some weakness in some certain sectors in the broad market as well, but you also see some individual names that are actually performing. So always be on the lookout. There's plenty of opportunities. Even if the market has to go sideways, there's still a lot of opportunity and trades for you to take. Okay, so stay tuned. We will report back to you the next day as well. And also, once again, this is not any financial advice. You are trading on your own risk. I'm just providing you what I'm seeing in the market. You have to make sure you do whatever feels comfortable and always be controlling your risk. Okay, and also every week, every day, we've been talking to you guys about a lot of opportunities, and they all perform very well. So we will continue to do this. If you don't want to miss out on any good news and information and market update, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe, because every day there's so much we want to share with you. With that being said, we will check back with you tomorrow, and until then, happy trading. Bye for now.